Yo, welcome back to more Fate Hollow Ataraxia. This will be the last main story part, after which we'll do Hanafuda and some reflections as well. Probably gonna do Ilias Castle off recording and then I guess show my reaction to the final image and I guess all the Emmas. Hopefully I can get the rest of those, except the very expensive one, which is apparently not safe for work, so I guess I'll just see what that is. Yeah. And for now, we will go to the Black Holy Grail. Let's finish this. See, I got the mood lighting in here. Can't really see me right now, but I imagine it's scenes where it flashes. It'll be a bit brighter, hopefully. The curtains fall. The buzzer signaling the end of the performance sounds, and the whole residence is sinking into a deep darkness. Into a sleep so deep none would revive and awaken before the 5th day. There won't be any more encounters. I'm ready. Alright, we're straight up Angara right now. I guess so. Though, yeah, we've been progressively Angara since you could really tell over the course of visiting Karen in the church until the final time when it was just that whole scene, Jesus Christ, which I get the intention. I get like what that's showing from Angara, but it's like it was like 40 minutes, man. Oh god. There isn't anyone to bid farewell to, nor is there any luggage to bring home. See ya. I wave my hand and retreat backstage. The date will change soon. On the night of the 4th day, the black moon comes to kill me as I stay behind. That's the foundation I'm going to destroy. The end of the wish, the completion of the puzzle. I move straight in to fill the last crevice from which the void is born. So cool. Come on, let's go. I'm so ready for this, dude. I continue on, stifling the screams. This is the tower that I will reach the hollow sky from. Since I already know what my true identity is, the path to return to where I belong should appear here. On day 4, as the end of the performance begins, I finally arrive at the dance floor leading to the hollow sky. You're not getting me this time. The moon darkens, the town overflows with corpses. This body welcomes the appointed time, and I start dissolving into a monster, neither myself nor myself. And there. She's here. There is a shadow on the rooftop. A shadow with flowing silver hair, just like the other day. The one admonishing and guiding me is waiting. A curt response without any hint of embarrassment, just like always. Okay. Sounds good. You got a problem with that? That's the line between the lines. My mouth stretches into a grin. Damn it. If that's the case, then I can't help but get motivated myself. Never. Facing the hollow sky, I step forward. The path towards the Holy Grail appears as if greeting its owner.
なあ、高いところは苦手か？
怖くはありません。私は一度あの月から落ちてきましたから。
Is that what happened?
よし。なら、ちょっとそこまで付き合ってよ。俺一人じゃ足を踏み外しそうだ。
I turn around and extend my hand. Since I've gotten so excited about this, I'm able to keep holding myself together.
言われるまでもなく、私はあなたを導くためにこうして出会ったのですから。
Did I read that last part right? Ah. Our hands are joined, our fingers entwined. The moment I take a step off the ground, I will revert to my old self. The show comes to a close. This is the last time I will be the main character. Miyama Town is overflowing with red lights. There's no time to stop and think. Behind the doors of the closed theater, the last roll of film is put on. Every step I take causes reality to fade away. Every step up causes time to accumulate and stagnate. God, this stairway to the moon. It was just minutes ago that I started the ascent. Yet it seems to have started so long ago that I can no longer recall when or where it began. Come on. I'm fading away. At times, my creaking limbs feel as if they're going to give in to my raging urges and fall apart. I'm really curious how this is gonna work. Like, what's gonna happen here? But I'm not the only one taking damage. The woman holding my hand grimaces in pain every time. She's a fine partner to show off to.
どこまで続くんだこれ。
I continue climbing up the stairs while cursing, displaying humanity all the way. Come to think of it, and Miyashiro had a memory similar to this as well. Two people walking up the long stairs together. I wonder when that happened. It's only been an hour, but I've completely forgotten about it.
見て、
Is that Shiro and
赤い
Saber
光が止まっている
up the
わ。
Ryudo steps? I look down at her urging. The monster horde that descended upon the town has stopped, unable to enter Shinto. God. Miyama is awash with red. My remains rampaging in the sleeping town. I gaze at the repulsive sight for a while. I climb the stairs. The ground is far away, the sky is near. A dream given form, someone's wish. With every step, all the things that were sought after but never given become more distant. It feels like the story of a faraway land, now completely unrelated to me. It was fun. How many times did I walk along those streets? How many times did I reflect upon the ordinary? There is no place which I don't know. There's nothing I didn't experience. With every turn, the not yet known blank piece of paper at the start had been slowly filling up. And the more it is filled, the dimmer its light became. God, man, the way this has been written so far is so good. The more I fall in love with the everyday routine, the more I look forward to every new day, the more I lose this glimmer. I knew from the start that it was an inevitable consequence. I had more than plenty of fun. I do not need anything new to happen. No matter if they are always the same 4 days, I can keep up the contract to continue repeating them forever. And yet, I keep on doing completely unnecessary things. Why? It couldn't have been just the influence of the personality I've assumed. I'm probably tired of this, that's all. I just felt like ending it because I'm simply tired of it all. It has to be that. Or else, I might just feel like throwing everything away. My silhouette distorts. I almost miss a step.
大丈夫。あなたは我慢できる人でしょ。
Her tightly grasping fingers. Denied vehemently.
そうだな。終わることと続かないことは違う。ここにいたらいつまでも続きがない。
Soon enough, the nothingness will be just within an arm's reach. Soon enough, my now tightly clenched fingers will be grasping nothing but thin air. The earth is now veiled in clouds, and I walk towards the stars.
ねえ、何のためにこの願いを終わらせるの？
Muffled by the wind, I suddenly hear her voice. What for? I don't remember anymore. But I do remember what I wanted, above all. To see the end of this road. To release the woman who has been fiercely protecting the Holy Grail in this black cocoon. And there it is. I'm bored, he says.
彼女はあなたを殺そうとしているのに。どうしてあなたは彼女にこだわるのです？
I knew it wasn't just that. Why? No reason. I forced myself on a woman out of anger and lust. Yet she is one I care for out of longing and affection.
意外ね。あなたは人間嫌いだと思っていたわ。
Of course I do. I detest them in much the same way that many people feel anxious in the company of their own brethren. This wicked malice was born from the righteousness that rejects weakness. For as long as I am worshipped as an antagonist, I will continue to fulfill this function. And it will remain that way for all of eternity. Evil is not born, it is created. Certainly, weak people do exist, but the weak are abundant in any ecosystem, any species. The wickedness of a single soul has hardly any impact on nature as a whole. The very system that man is brought up in, both its greatest strength and weakness, is in itself evil. Human emotion that leads astray and gives him fire. With no special being to guide them, many apathetic souls will veer off the right path. Lives which celebrate nothing but existence. They affirm their prosperity by bringing out a god and cleansing their own malice. All the evil in the world. What a joke. That is nothing but another term for a human. I am born from humanity. As long as you are human, you will be able to reproduce any kind of evil. Repugnant individuals, repugnant society, repugnant ideas. There is no excuse. Living beings should not be able to regard their brethren as evil in the first place. But...
それでも命には価値がある。悪をなす生き物でも。
True.
人間に価値がなくても、今まで積み上げてきた歴史には意味がある。いつまでも間違えたままでも、その手で何かができる以上、必ず救えるものがあるだろう。
Is that the answer? Like a journey to the stars. Aiming for the distant sky and climbing up a long, long stairway. I like that this is the conclusion he came to.
前から思っていたけど。
A faint sigh of relief. Her lips part. Oh, she's like
あなた、ロックスターみたい。
a rock star. Yo. That CG is crazy. She sings those words like a song. I don't understand the metaphor, but being compared to a star can't possibly be bad. They certainly do exist, but my hands will never reach them. They were one of the few shining things I was able to see. Alright, Angra. The sky is near. The world of humanity will soon be over. Only those that belong there in the first place will be able to proceed further. There is no need for words. Just as it happened to me the moment I left the ground, her body too is slowly disappearing, as if announcing the coming of the finale. It's finally goodbye. I search within myself to see if there's anything else left unsaid. I can't come up with any witty remarks, but I do recall something I forgot to tell her. Yeah, you do. What the fuck? Alright, I'm glad we confirmed that. A sure and quick reply. If she says so, then that's that. Long as you know. Our conversation finally ends. Nothing but the sound of the wind remains. I do not stop, nor do I avert my gaze from the sky. I can barely feel the hand that I've been clasping all this time. The moment we grip each other's hands to strengthen this vague feeling of touch is the moment we will realize we are both illusions, I'm sure. I was aware of being an illusion from the start. A being that did not exist in this city. Though these 4 days were mere fiction for the others, they will remain. Only our rendezvous will vanish into thin air. No matter how real this girl is, because in the correct reality, we never met even once. God, this is a real goodbye for these two. Shit. I worked hard not to, yet I still ended up becoming attached to one thing. Come to think of it, the moments I spent being myself were only with this girl. Yeah, that's true. Having those moments disappear is a little painful. Yeah, man, Angara's just... We are getting, like, all of Angara's, like, feelings here at the end. Like, as much as up to this point, his own denial or, like, dismissal. Like, we're just getting all of that now. Like, there's been hints for sure, but... And other moments, but yeah. And again, man, like, even, like, back in Fate Stay Night, I always, you know, thought Angara's character was, like, super tragic, even despite, like, the role he was made to be that in the Holy Grail due to, like, their fucking wish. Like, it's like, his nature, like, it's just who he is, yet to explore, like, what he personally, like, finds value in, even in humanity, which he is, like, by nature supposed to hate, but just, like, you know, recognizing, like, where humanity and that evil, like, intersects, but, like, still seeing the value in that life, like, that's a cool thing to explore for Angara. And then, like, him and, you know, Kaden, him and Bazet, and parallels between him and Shiro, like, this has been a cool characterization. I can only feel the pinky finger now, and it is already semi-transparent. The girl stops and I go on ahead. Our connection breaks off easily, as if it never existed in the first place. Not for my sake. For the sake of this memory that did not exist, that had no meaning whatsoever. Oh, to see you again. As if this person, one who loves making fun of idiots with emotional scars, has no reason to go back quietly with such a treat in front of her. Good question. Alright, good enough. Then there's no problem. If she could think this way here, then the real her on the outside should think the same as well. At her words, well, my shameful attachment lessens just a little.
そうだな。あの神気臭い教会でも、バカみたいに騒々しい家でも構わない。また会おうぜ、カレン。そん時は、通り少しは紳士的になってるからさ。
Oh man. But will that happen? Because this foul-mouthed demon won't be possessing me again. The presence behind me disappears. See ya.
さようなら、アンリマユ。あなたを払うのは特別に見逃して差し上げます。
What little warmth remains is soon swept away by the wind. I think that was the last goodbye there. Now it's time. I don't have to turn back to know that the white flower is gone. That was the perfect goodbye between them. Reflections from Angara and her, and even the prospect of maybe meeting again. Though of course it will be different, as now we have to deal with this. It was a big lie to say that my attachment lessened. This weight will never become any lighter. Shit, man. Oh, Angra. I can see the last stop. The thread of salvation that flowed to earth is gradually breaking. On the land far below, I wonder if the dead, kept in check by the guardians, are watching my ascent to the sky. Just like that time long ago when I looked up at the stars from the top of the mountain. I love that comparison. Looking at the fading brilliance with envy and resentment in my heart. Nice. Jesus, man. Last interlude. Oh my god. Let's do this. A spider's thread hangs down to the lowest level of hell. Urged on by the evil omen hanging from the sky, corpses crawl out and overflow from a hole in the underworld. Tonight is the appointed time. The end of the fourth night, one that returns this battle to its beginning. Hurry, 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 hurry. They are like ants swarming around honey. The corpses are reborn from the pit to bring down their own self, the one seeking to break free from the endless cycle of death and rebirth. Don't let him escape, don't let him escape, don't let him escape, don't let him escape. There is no night beyond this one. The corpses multiply infinitely and cover the streets without end. Destroy, 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 annihilate. This is pandemonium itself. A hell bearing the will to kill a human, to kill itself, manifested to fill the night. Not tonight, fuckers. Not tonight. We're doing this. Angrashiro.
よくやるな。怖くないのかしらね、あれ。
Can't be. Far above in the skies. Oh, we're jamming, man. She raises her eyes to the stairs of over 2,000 meters in height and mutters indifferently.
何もかもデタラメだけど、少女趣味もあそこまで徹底するなら、文句を言う方が野暮なんでしょうね。
She shrugs her shoulders in resignation. It's a primitive and theatrical spectacle, but the stairway is definitely impressive. A bridge of light bisects the sky. A protagonist and a princess walk the translucent stairs hand in hand. Oh man, that's so good, man. Until she just... until she vanished, man. God damn it. She looks up at this scene, one that can no longer even be found in fairy tales nowadays. Despite how hopeless the situation is on the ground, she can't help but break into a smile.
にしても、数ちょっと多すぎない?
Come on, Irene, come on, let's go. Holding the fort from atop the bridge's support arch, she returns her gaze to the surface. What you about to do, Irene? Miyama is sinking into darkness. Welcoming the end of the fourth day, the town undergoes rapid transformation. Time to play your part. Lights fade, people vanish, and the liveliness of the town freezes in place. At this place, this moment, the only ones who exist are those who participated in the Holy Grail War. Right. The day and night which had never mingled until now interchange, and those who could never cross paths do. The adjoining plane of reality and fantasy, truth and untruth. This mere hour is precisely the borderline that separates the fourth day from the fifth.
それは分かってたけど、ここまでのことは想定していなかった。
They had completely covered the whole of Miyama in under an hour. For humans, infinity is a metaphor. No matter how many, no matter how much you exceed the bounds of human deduction, all things have a limit. Infinity is nothing more than a word brought forth by the limits of our cognition. But the things before her eyes differ from that kind of incalculable concept. They are truly infinite. Okay. A limitless propagating chain. A final legion that became a conclusion at its beginning. Cool line. A circuit of death with no breaker to annihilate itself, stoppable by none. A twisted ecosystem at its end wholly covers the ground.
500、600。視認できるだけでもう1000は超えている。
What you gonna do, Rin? Rin. All the mystic codes she has mustered together, and the feeling of jewels grasps tightly in both of her hands, no longer feel the slightest bit dependable. These could not delay them for even just a few minutes. Surely they will collapse the bridge in the blink of an eye, shroud the tower rising over Shinto, and voraciously bring down the spider's thread. Dude, I swear to God, we need Archer to come in, get that fight, like finally Rin and Archer to meet up, tag team this shit. Come on. Do something. With the end before her eyes, she grits her teeth. If the earth is hell and the sky is the land of fairy tales, then the support arch she stands on is their boundary. Placing herself at the crossroads as she gazes at the distant sea. Okeanos. Above there is a vapor trail cutting straight across the skies. Below there is an endless swarm of poisonous moths. As for where she should place herself, well...
迷うことなんてない。私はこの町を管理する。
Let's go. Let's go, best girl, come on. She clenches the jewels in both of her hands. No more looking up to the sky from now on. She will fulfill the role she has assumed for herself and continue to protect the border. However, she has trouble controlling her breathing. The more she gazes at the surface, the more her gritted teeth creak. No, that's fucking terrifying. Her stiffened legs lack their usual lightness, and her shoulders are numbed by an unfamiliar pressure. Oh my god. The corpses march on. They will penetrate the boundary. Before that happens, she will mow down the first wave. Let's go. But she's trembling, unable to take this first step. Whack goes her tightened fist against her forehead. She acknowledged being up against the odds from the start. Having taken a stand here, she has no choice but to fight until exhaustion. Let's go. Moving her wooden legs, she takes the first step towards the swarm below. There will be no retreat. One more step and she will be leaping towards her death. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Oh, I knew this would happen. Let's go. I'm so happy this happened. The all too familiar voice ruined her departure completely. Come on, they couldn't go the whole game without talking to each other, man. They were saving it. Good job, man. Good job, Nasu.
どういう意味よ。これでもロンドンじゃ慈悲深い優等生で通ってたんですけど。
She loosens up a little. Gotta get a little banter in. She stops herself and retorts without looking back.
いや、言葉通りの意味だな。競争相手がいれば周回遅れにし、喧嘩を売られれば二度と歯向かえなくするのが君の流儀だ。慈悲が働くのはその前か後かの話だろう。
It's regrettable, but that is exactly how it is. Her policy is to do the job thoroughly, all the way. It was never her style to go for defensive strategies like considering how long she can hold out or how to protect a boundary field.
そっか。やるからには殲滅戦ってわけね。
Dude, I can... Come on, please. Please exterminate them all.
ここはボーダーラインじゃなくてフロントラインだった。
Hot gates. Hot gates.
失敗した。そんなことを間違えてちゃ、そりゃ肩も重くなる。
Okay. She rotates her shoulders casually. It's like a baseball game. All the bases are loaded with none out in the 9th inning, and the batting order is from the second player. If you allow even 1 point, say bye-bye to your trophy. You only get 1 shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. The pitcher had been giving undivided attention towards protecting the team, but her spirits are brought up high again, ready to throw one right past the batter.
にしても多すぎるか。
There's a fucking lot. I'm not too confident about their survival. Like, honestly, they need to buy time for the shit on the moon to happen, basically, or just for them to get there, I guess.
負ける気はしないけど、さすがに取りこぼしは出るし。よし、いざとなったらはしごと沈めよう。
Alright, Fujino, let's go.
待て待て。調子が戻ったのはいいが、やりすぎだ。
Oh, come on, Archer, you're no fun.
足を壊せば収拾がつかなくなるぞ。連中は単純だからな。橋が落ちれば川を渡って信徒になだれ込む。だが橋がある限りはバカ正直にここだけを通り抜けるさ。
わかってるわよ。景気づけに行ってみただけだってば。
More interesting, she says. She clicks her tongue in dissatisfaction. It's as if she wants to say that destroying 1 or 2 bridges would make for a nice view.
まったく。そういうところが徹底的なんだ、君は。半年では淑女のたしなみも身につかなかったか。
生まれついてのものですから。そっちだって一言多いのは治ってないじゃない。
I'm glad you guys have enough time to do this for old time's sake.
私のは人に合わせてのものだ。今はたまたま忠告しがいのあるマスターと契約したものでね。
それは奇遇ね。私もたまたま小言を多くするのと縁を作っちゃってさ。
Archer, man, man. She breaks out into a smile at this pointless exchange. In the middle of the bridge, directly underneath them, the corpses march on. This is the last opportunity to start the battle.
Okay.
Here we go.
付き合ってくれる？あーちゃん。
Here we go, man. My like, the best girl and the best servant. Here we go.
サーバントはマスターに従うもの。
Let's fucking
こ
go.
れでようやく。
This is the end. Yo.
最後に加減なしで戦
Oh
え
my
るというものだ。
god. Oh my god. Please do not hold back. The red cloak appears. As a symbol of fighting for her, the bowman displays this holy shroud. It's about time, we've been missing it. Needless to say, there is a deeper significance to the armament. This red symbol is used only on proper battlegrounds when there is a master worth serving. Nostalgia that ought to have been forgotten long ago burns in this chest once more. For just one moment. For a moment that will last until the break of dawn, he is back to the self that used to stay at her side.
バカ。変なところにこだわるんだから。律儀っていうか、キザっていうか。
何？律儀さでは負けている。
Dude, what is even in their hand? That's a fucking Rasengan. What is
何
that?
しろよくわからないことのためによくわからない連中と命を張り合うのだからな。まったく無関係にも程がある。君の義教は買うわね。これではおいそれと菓子も作れない。
そうね。本当に高くついた右服だったかな。
Dude, what? She focuses on the enemy. Look at that. Oh my god. And they're all gonna cross the bridge. Her magic crest spins up halfway to full capacity, setting her magic to half the maximum power. There's a long way to go after all. Yeah, you gotta save some of that. She has no choice but to fight on the bridge to the bitter end, right until this rainbow hanging in the sky vanishes. Okay, so that's how long they need to go. Oh my god.
そちらの先生で群れの戦闘を投げ払った直後、橋に降りる。
Alright.
あとは持久戦だ。君はここから列の腹に穴を開け続け、私は魔術奏者から逃れた連中を切り伏せる。何か問題はあるか、リブ？
異論はないわ。私とアーチャーの二段構えでも抜け出るやつが出てくるだろうけど、それは無視して。
Ignore them.
私たちの役割は大軍の殲滅。細かい取りこぼしなんて目の前の敵がいなくなってから考えることよ。
Guess that makes sense. There's no telling how many corpses will break through this formation, and there will probably be some that will swim across the river and head into Shinto on their own. But those are still less than 1 in 1,000. The outliers will have to be taken care of by those who walk the sky.
ま、おせっかいなら他にもいそうだし、細かいのはそっちに任せるとしましょう。
Her crest is filling with lights. Nimbly, she releases the magical energy and magecraft stored in the gems in the shortest time possible.
セット。
Fun. Seto. A huge flower blossoms from the dark-stained ground. The magic blaze lifts the curtains on the battle, turning into a star on earth. It illuminates a path to the sky. Yo! Everybody! Dude, is everybody gonna... Yo! Kuzuki! The serpent's fangs pulverize the corpses. The forehead, the throat, the heart, and the spine. It is an iron fist that strikes at each of the spots with precision and lightning speed. Dude, I better see Ryder. Dude, come on, Saber, come on. Bring everyone for this. Please. If this is a storm of the dead, then standing in its way is the embodiment of a fierce god. The dead that crawled out of Kageyama shall meet death once more and be driven back to hell. This is way too cool, man. 3 fatal strikes in the span of 1 breath, reinforced through magic as fists turned into iron clubs which crush the faces of the dead. But those are just superficial wounds. In spite of losing their faces and their intestines, their fierce claws don't stop coming. They were dead to begin with, and what powers them is not the heart and mind, but rather plain malice. Their mad rampage to fulfill the curse will only end when their bodies are wholly annihilated. Come on, Kuzuki. Yo, Kojiro! Kojiro! Let's go!
何礼には及ばずだ宗一郎。殴ってもひるまぬ、切っても死なぬ相手では互いに分が悪かろうよ。
Of course, the guy I didn't mention came. How could I forget Assassin? Let's go. God, it's gonna be hard to pick a CG for this part, man. For the thumbnail, I ain't gonna lie. A light-hearted tone completely out of place for this battleground. Moonlight reflecting off the 5-foot-long sword in his hands, the samurai steps into the swarm of the dead. The tip of his sword dances in the air, casually breaking reality. The corpses likely realize they have been sliced only after they fall to the ground. Very anime.
さすがに手足を立たれては動けぬと見た。
Indeed.
宗一郎、面倒だが首より獅子を狙うとしよう。一撃必殺の心情には反するが、なに、デク相手にはちょうど良い。
He's just gotta adjust. There you go. There you go. Flowers and grass. Their ways are different, but words are not required between 2 masters of their arts. Yo, these 2 fighting together. This would be a good... Yeah. Intersecting, the fist and blade engage the enemies and overwhelm them. Their backs against each other, sprinting through the battlefield, these 2 gods of death continue to overwhelm the dead. Dude, they are a good combo.
しかし、どういう気変わりかな、宗一郎。夕べまでは見逃していたというのに、今宵はムクロどもに打って出るとは。いや、さてはこの異常事態、お主の魔女めの失態か。
知らん。飽きたのなら眠れ朝日。これは眠りにつけば消える亡霊だ。夢中にいる者には何の危害も与えない。
Therefore, he had overlooked these shadows roaming the streets at night until today. But that still makes no sense. If what he says is true, then all he has to do is simply sleep tonight as always. No matter what their number is, there's no changing the fact that they won't harm humans in bed.
ほう。ではなぜこのような手間を取る？先に行くか後に戻るかは分からぬが、おとなしく眠れば日々に戻れるというのに。
May we remember how he felt about it before. To correct this.
そうだな。だがこの戦いはあれの願いだ。
Her wish.
引き届けないわけにはいかないだろう。
Medea's wish? Assassin's long sword drops ever so slightly. The samurai looks stunned as if taken by surprise.
そうかそうか。それは確かに。お主に甘えるなど一生できぬと思っていたが、少しは改心したと見えるな、キャスター。いやはや。なかなかどうして可愛らしいところもあるではないか。
So Castor finally let go, huh? Yo. This is so cool. Dude, oh my god. Holy fuck. That's a good, yep. Yep. Arrows of light rain down from the sky. Dude, all of them fighting together. Oh my god. The witch's hammer turns into a squall and washes the dark away.
Oh. やはり化粧には下法が効くと見える。
Dude, she is the air striking them, man. We got the ultimate melee on the ground.
本領発揮だな、キャスター。今宵の猫かぶり。格段に生き生きと見える。
減らず口はそこまでになさい、アサシン。あなたの役目はマスターの援護と言ったはず。それすらできないのなら、群がる雑魚と一緒に焼き払って差し上げてよ。
Classic.
怒るな怒るな。宗一郎と共に戦うのがお前の念願であろう。お前同様、マスターの喜びは私の喜びでな。とあれば多少の羽目は外すというもの。なあ、男として無理なきことだろう、宗一郎。お主も珍しく拳に力が入っているではないか。
すまん。
Love it.
連れ合いの手前だ。
Can't hold back in front of the wife? What?
迷惑をかけるぞ、キャスター。
Both of them are bewildered. Those that know him would surely realize just how unusual it is to hear such a remark. Oh, it's sad because we know how he got to this point. It's like being able to spend this time here with Castor, you know, to become a better husband and just like open up more, like knowing how he feels. He's using it now, not holding back anything in front of his wife.
キャスター、新手だ。
For her wish. For her as always.
元凶を塞ぎに行くか。どちらにせよ話し込む暇はないようだ。指示は任せる。お前の望む通り戦おう。こんな機会はおそらくは二度とはあるまい。
Not after this.
宗一郎様。
Let's make it count. Let's fucking go. That's why you should have no regrets. Is that what he wanted to say? Kuzuki Soichiro embraces her will. The witch accepts the end of the days, albeit with much regret in her heart. Oh my god. That's man, god damn it.
ええ、承知していますわ、マスター。ここからは迷いなく自らの願いに沿いましょう。
I love the acceptance though, that they are just both here, both accepting and both just holding nothing back. The bells on her staff ring out. The magus from the Age of God starts weaving an even more mysterious spell.
で、どうするのだ、キャスター。このままでは飽きるぞ。どうだ、いっそ大元を潰しに行くというのは。
外に出られないあなたが言うことではないわね、アサシ。第一、そこまで手を貸す義理もないわ。私はこの場所を守れればいいだけ。恥知らずにも人の家に土足で上がり込むチリアクタに 身の程をわきまえさせているだけよ。
A black shadow keeps spreading. Born behind the mountain, many of them descend the mountain towards Miyama. Some of the corpses pushed by the horde pour even into Rido Temple. Nobody hates that more than Castor. Had she wanted to just protect herself, all she had to do was to seal her master and herself in the temple. A boundary field to ward off the bodies would have been sufficient for just the two of them. However, on some unknown whim, she did something completely illogical. On their way to Miyama, these black stains had detoured into the Rido Temple by chance. Castor burned all of them to ashes, not sparing a single one. Okay, I was worried there. As a result, having sensed an obstacle in their path, they began concentrating on the temple.
当然よ。町のことなんてどうでもいいけど、この家に踏み入った以上は私の敵。
Oh my god.
遠慮なく焼き払ってあげるわ、アベンジャー。
Dude, the lightning. Holy fuck.
それがあなたの望みでしょうし。
And besides, a divine aura spreads along the empty sky. Yeah, look at that. The circle is spread out so wide behind her. It's fucking sparking. Not only is it more than enough to protect the whole of Rido Temple, it is a spell well capable of punching a hole in the very foundation they came from. Bro, what is this?
できるならもっと続けたかった。私の八つ当たりと知りなさい。
Feel her wrath. Oh man. Yes, take it out on them. Oh my god. The witch protecting Rido Temple burns away the corpses heading for the town. Even if their numbers are unlimited, the annihilated ones will not come back immediately. Like a burst of divine punishment, the sorcery continues tearing the pandemonium apart. But the outpouring black stain still does not stop. The corpses seemingly cover half the earth. This place will be protected no matter what, and the bridge shall greet the start of a new day undefeated as well.
けれど、宮山町はどうにもならない。頑張ってるようだけど、あの子たちはここまでね。
Heaving a sigh of pity or maybe compassion, the witch looks down at the town below. I don't like that. She is looking at the northern part of Miyama. Like the eye of a needle, a tiny clearing remains around a traditional residence standing there. Oh my god, please. Dude, a clearing. That's good, right? Yo, of course, Ryder protecting. Of course. And she's doing it in her casual clothes. Let's fucking go. I like how that's what I'm focused on. The wave of corpses is trying to swallow the MER residence whole. She's the reason there's a clearing, man. Hell yeah, of course she would protect them. Because she's been doing this every time. Even one such as Servant Rider cannot repel this onslaught on her own. Had it been only a single wave, she could have used her noble phantasm to sweep them away or petrify them with her mystic eyes. But this enemy is unlimited. Employing her noble phantasm or mystic eyes consumes large amounts of magical energy. She may hold the upper hand for a while, but as the reserves run dry, she will become unable to offer barely any resistance at all. She needs help. Saber? Saber, please? Ryder's hair flows, reacting to her master's voice. Her blade and the claws clash. She has nowhere to escape after leaping to the back. The corpses, having invaded over the stone walls, attack Ryder as if competing for an achievement. With her speed, she can slip through one or two of these claws easily. But these claws surround Ryder like a dense forest of spears. Saber? Saber?
Sakura!
Sakura? Bruh. Bro. What? But what? Is she like... Is her like arm Dark Sakura? What is that? What the fuck? The previously unstoppable rider abruptly comes to a halt. The magic being employed now is by her master, Mato Sakura. Even Sakura is still a magus, and using magic once or twice shouldn't warrant any surprise. However, the kind performed just now was the one that Mato Sakura detests the most. Was it not taboo for her to draw on her innermost dark self, bearing her dark side akin to a blade?
いけません。魔力そのものを武器にする魔術など、あなたにはまだ早い。彼らは私が迎撃します。あなたは室内で結界を維持してください。
The anxious voice makes for another fatal opening. The swarm of the dead pounce on the still servant.
声は祈りに
Yo.
私の指は大地を削
Yo.
る
What is this? Sakura. A vast shadow skewers the intruders as if they were mere fog, capturing and swallowing them to the world below. Dude, what? Bro. That is the side of her she should have possessed as a magus. She is like using her fucking... Oh my god. The vortex of darkness has no trouble sweeping the dead back to where they came from, the underworld. To be able to bind opponents with invisible uncertainties, that is a special trait of the imaginary number magic. Yep, there it is. Holy fuck.
さくら
Bro.
大丈夫これぐらいなら扱えます
Bro. Man, it's so crazy seeing her just like finally just using it like normally. Like not like as a side effect of, you know, what was happening to her in Heaven's Feel. Like she gets to properly use like her fucking busted ass ability as a magus. That's so cool. Oh my god.
心配はしないでライダー私だって半年間少しずつ
Yeah, she
頑張ってきた
has.
んだから
I guess she's been a good student. Oh my god. Straining her voice as if trying to encourage herself, she manages to keep her trembling legs and a body about to rip apart from the magic's recoil in check. Bro. Does she respect her master's decision and continue defending this place, or does she take Sakura and flee elsewhere? There's still time to escape. With her noble phantasm, Rider can carry Mato Sakura to Shinto in the blink of an eye. In spite of that,
ライダーは塀の守りに専念して中に入ってきたのは私が追い返すから
she retains her faith in Sakura, who is now holding her ground desperately against the enemy, and turns to her own battlefield. Originally, Mato Sakura does not have the foundation to perform magic on her own. By forcing her own darkness, her magic circuits that can emit nothing but her shadow to the surface, she's able to function as a magus temporarily, so that's... Holy fuck, that's why? Oh my god. Cause yeah, like she's got like the fucking... arm there, what the hell? Oh my god. By doing that, she is crushing the human side of her. Oh man. In that state, she may as well be swallowed by her dark side if her heart wavers even a little. Ashamed and fearful of that more than anything, she grits her teeth and continues on. Dude, everyone going all out, and Sakura. Oh my god.
声は祈りに私の指は大地を削る
That's probably the coolest, like, translation of the German that they use for magic. My voice forms a prayer, my fingers scrape the earth. Thinking about it, this conflict should have been avoided, though it should have been avoided to begin with. The remains of a servant enveloped the town. Night after night, these things were bursting out and overwhelming the place. Ryder sensed that immediately. But she did not put up a fight. It would simply pass those who are asleep. Indulge in sleep as usual, and they will disappear by the time morning rolls around.
死は確かに私の影は
Bro,
剣を振るう
my shadow shall wield the sword. And yeah, I've noticed that they're just speaking the Japanese. They're not doing actual German words. Which I remember like people like complained about before. The like pronunciation or whatever. Every time she repeats her aria, she languishes more and more in pain. She spits out words as if they were blood. I won't lose. A frail but powerful voice. Bro, Sakura.
ナイト私はここに
Bro, a determined Sakura is no joke, man. On this night, before they realized Ryder and Sakura were alone in the Emiya residence to greet the midnight end, the ones who advance forward and the ones who defend, saying nothing, they headed to their respective posts, leaving only Sakura behind. Oh. I won't lose. The despair Sakura felt when she realized it was excruciating. She was alone again. Having been left on the sidelines, away from danger, she was dejected at the thought of being the only one under protection.
このまだまだ
Thus, she made her choice to stay back here and fight, to protect the home of someone precious.
そうだ。私は置いていかれたんじゃない。
Bro, Sakura, the defender, the hero.
私は信頼されてここを任されたんだから。
You fucking love to see it, man. Even if she can't, she will try to protect it to the bitter end. How could a writer possibly pluck off this tiny emotion out of care for her master?
まあ実際置いていかれたわけですが。
Bro, where is Saber?
ダメ。くじけそうになる発言は禁止。ほら、ライダーどうぞ。土蔵の方にいっぱい上がってきてるから。
The purple serpent slithers swiftly up the wall. Ryder intercepts the avalanche of attacking creatures. The black flame protects her back. As the only magus remaining here, the girl that was left behind confronts the swarming corpses. Their trivial defenses would probably last for another hour. Only 1 hour. I mean, considering, like, that's a long fucking time to be fighting. Jesus. This is but a drop in the bucket that will have no influence on the big picture. There's just that fucking many. My god. Again, basically infinite. Sooner or later, the girl's determination will be swallowed by darkness. Unfortunately, these corpses lack any kind of intellect. If they could think, they would surely sneer at such desperate defense. They would realize there's nothing to be gained here, and would concentrate on the front line instead. But she still has more than half of her strength and magical energy left. The girl is gradually forced into a corner, which is no surprise. These overwhelming numbers come from an infinite sea of malice. Her mind would snap before her strength fades. That is the obvious conclusion. She feels as if under a pouring rain. Mixed in with the hail of sneers and killing intent, she begins to hear the sound of the unavoidable end, but she is unsure whether it is thunder or tremors. Not satisfied with the mere swarm of the dead, a battering ram hits her with the force of a runaway train. Yo. Her purple lips form the word run. Oh my god. With this, cremation follows the bitter fight. All that's left is to pray that her foolish determination would not be swayed by the shrieks on her deathbed. What the fuck? And then... Wait. Wait, what is this? And then... Of course! Ilya! And Berserker! Bro! As the new lead enters the stage, foolishness changes into reassurance. Bro. Yes, a violent, devastating force. The little girl and the giant mow down obstacles to their heart's content. With each swipe, corpses fly in the sky and the Emiya residence loses more of its walls. Perfect. If there's anyone who can keep fighting, oh my god. It is hardly surprising that Ryder is at a loss for words. Dude, look at this fucker here. It's so shit. They no longer seem to be allies. The girl and the giant are here just to cause destruction. Bro.
どうしてって見てられないからつい立ち寄ったのよ。
Yes.
私としてはどっちの味方もする気はないんだけど、このままだとあんまりにも不公平だから。
It's unfair. Okay, okay, thank you. A charming smile. Even now, as corpses are being pulverized around her, the little girl looks as if in the middle of a ballroom.
不公平って、イリアさん、この敵のこと知ってるんですか？まさかこんなこといちいち考えていられないでしょ。私が言ってるのはさくらとリンのことよ。さっきから聞いてればバカなことばっかりなんだもん。ここだけは守り通すですって。ほんとダメね、さくらは。そんなだからリンに勝てないの。
Her words make Mato Sakura's mind go blank. Dumbstruck, her eyes are nothing but tiny dots, and yet her spirit that had been about to break lifts up its head once more. Dude, I thought they were about to kill Sakura right there. Oh my god, I was like, where's Saber? The fucking Ilion Berserker, dude. Holy fuck. Dude, I love this. I love when the media does that. When it's like this is some Avengers Endgame shit. Like, everyone's here.
イリアさん、それはどういう。受けに回ってる限り勝てないってこと。知ってる？リーはさっさと最前線に移動して一番いいところを独り占めしてるんだから。こんなところで無駄に意地を張ってるよりずっと劇的で高得点な位置づけってわけ。
Just so you know.
それって高得
High
点という
scoring.
より一番厳しい状況なんじゃ。
It's been in the castle minigame too long.
同じことよ。でも結局はリーンだって守ってるだけだし、それってまだるっこしいでしょ。
Are you saying we should move there?
本拠地が分かってるんだからそこを潰した方が
There you
早い
go.
し、何より
But Sakura wants to defend here.
姉さんよりポイント高いですか？
Yeah, Ilya's saying straight to the stronghold.
そういうこと。私は行くわ。たどり着けるかどうかは分からないけど、リーンにばかり任せておけないもの。さくらはどうする？一緒に行く？
A wordless reply. After hesitating, she gulps and looks back at the little girl.
それじゃあ行くわ。さあ、一度きりの見せ場よ、バーサーカー。
I love that smile.
遠慮はなし。立ちふさがるのはみんなこうして、あなたの強さを見せつけなさい。
Yes. The runaway train picks up speed again. Following her guide, the giant plunges into the black snowy field. The destination is its source. They head towards the overflowing graveyard without knowing whether they will arrive there or not. God fucking speed. Even if they cannot achieve their goal, the impact of their actions is no longer but a drop. It is a ripple that will now sway the big picture. That's what we needed. The interlude continues. A few lights glow in the dark. A resistance so small as to be immeasurable, they take upon themselves to stop the dark horde. In the end, it's nothing more than putting a band-aid on an open wound. The wound will not close. Despite all their efforts, they cannot stop the end from coming. No matter how desperately the bridge is being defended, there's no way to prevent the corpses from landing in Shinto. It has been 1 hour since the manifestation of the pandemonium. The creatures that penetrated their defenses scatter away like black dots and begin to roam around Shinto. The best of their efforts are still insufficient. That is a steep price for the peace and tranquility of everyday life. Goddamn. Thus, there's but a single way left. For the few teams of masters and servants keeping the advancing corpses in check. Without the strength to fight against the entirety of the creatures, they'll have no chance to greet the new dawn. That is too much to ask for. On this night, when almost everyone is asleep, where could such a savior be found? The loud choir of corpses sing of victory. Back to the start. Smiling, they rush towards the moon altar, the path winding all the way to the moon. But...
ストップ。
Whoa.
いい時間なんだから、もう少し
Oh
静かにしてく
my
れない？
god. Gil? Gil? Oh, I did not expect you. What?
子供はおとなしく寝ている時間なのに、これじゃあうるさくて眠れないよ。
Gil's doing this for the kids, man. An impossible force exists here. Entering Shinto, the corpses head towards the tower. They couldn't possibly know. If the creatures that envelop the city are like a big wave, then he is like a typhoon. An incarnation of savagery itself, it would blow away anyone of a lesser will. Look at this. Look at this dude. That boy is enveloped in a peculiar scent. Silver ash is at his feet. The swirling aroma enshrouds the young man and the enemy like smoke.
やあ、どこの 何かは聞かないけど
Good evening.
こんばんは。こんな夜更けに大勢で出かけるなんて何か大きな催し物でもあるのかな。
The boy stays exceedingly calm. A festival. You want to go to Waku Waku? In spite of the outpouring of creatures from the underworld rushing towards him, there's not a trace of timidity in him. Instead, his innocent visage resembling that of an angel.
まあどんなイベントだろうと興味はないんだけど、それよりリーダーはみんなだよね。どいつもこいつも測ったように同じ顔だし、困ったな。こういうのってリーダーが責任を取るものでしょ。群れ全体の失態は頭をすげ替えることで解決するものなんだけど。
Some sort of ecological shift appears to take place. Having nothing but a simple objective in mind, the creatures are rapidly unifying around him. You gonna open the gates? What you gonna do, Gil? First and foremost, for their one common goal. Their instincts tell them that in order to take over the tower up ahead, they need to concentrate the violence here. And second...
全員がリーダーなら仕方がない。面倒だけど、君たちみんなに責任を取ってもらおう。
Oh my god. Let's go. Let's go, little Gil. And second, for the first time since their inception, they have begun to feel terrified of the enemy in front of them. They're scared of him. The corpses stir amongst themselves, yet more of them gather around the boy, encircling him ever so slightly. The central park is filled to the brim with corpses. The wasteland, which was the last battleground of the Holy Grail War 10 years ago, turns into hell once more.
一匹見たらなんとやらってやつかな。あのアーチャーとマスターはよくやってるけど、相手の太刀が悪かったか。まったく、お前たちは兵というより病気の類だ。一ついれば際限なく増えるなんて、僕の一番嫌いなものじゃないか。
The swarm accumulates into a mountain, striving to crush the boy from all sides. Once they swallow him, that will be the end of it. This unidentified being is still only a minor obstacle to them. They are the side of the invaders. That role will not change. Still, if it's an invasion, shouldn't occupying the tower be their final goal? The situation in Shinto is completely different from Miyama. While there were well over 1,000 corpses to reach Shinto, it's still a relatively small number. In which case, shouldn't they be heading straight towards the tower and not...
ここに来ちゃった理由がわからない？虫にはこれが上等でね。ほんと、反言の子に誘われてよく集まる。お前たちには過ぎた贅沢だけど、
I see.
今夜は無礼講だし、遠慮は不要だよ。
Do not hold back. Let me see what you got.
お前たちが地獄を歌うというのなら。
A wicked grin spreads across his face. A hint of the future. Elation and derision mixed together. A mountain of corpses towers overhead. Judgment is passed there and then. Like the passing of a squall, the invaders turn into endless scattershot and rush towards him, tearing him to pieces. Yo! Oh my god! What the fuck? He's Babylonian Gil right now. You look at this boy. Oh my god. It is all to weed out the sin. A storm even greater than the Dark Invaders, the Golden Annihilator, has descended. Yeah, this is way better than the Matador costume. Holy fuck. Yo, look at Aya. All forms of calamity that deny life, no, deny existence itself, gather in a rowdy mass before the king. Dude, look at that shit. With the chain wrapped around him. Enkidu. Bro. And he's like helping us. In his way. I mean, they're the enemy to everyone here, so I'll take it. Hell yeah. Overwhelming truth befalls the corpses screaming in hell.
お前とて不本意だろうが、何これも先達としての務めよ。真実を知る者として一つ享受してやるがいい。
Obeying its master, the Sword of Rupture roars to life. This itself is the origin of all lands of the dead, the first memory of life. If they scream hell, then it creates hell. Before heaven and earth split, this land was made from lava and gas, a hell of both scorching heat and intense cold. This savagery was never recorded in the history that was passed on, but it was written in the genes unseen. That's right. Hell is where all life is not tolerated, the original form of this magnanimous planet. What the fuck? What? Yeah, say hello to Reshikigo.
何退屈はさせん。俺とてこのような気まぐれは一生に一度あるかないかでな。
What the fuck?
財の出し惜しみはせん。夜明けまで命を賭して持ちこたえよ。
He's I mean, he's pulled out air. He's obviously not holding back, which is the most dangerous Gilgamesh of all. But holy fuck. Yeah, they're fucked. They're fucked. He opened the gate to the underworld. The Eye of the Storm is in the center of windless tranquility, but the rift leading to hell itself. The corpses that had set foot in this realm plummet back into the nothingness from which they came. How can one expect the likes of the whales of the damned to stand up to the truth born by the king of heroes himself? I mean, gate to the underworld might have been a metaphor. I mean, he's literally fucking obliterating them with Ea. The great army of corpses that had formed at Shinto is thus destroyed. This cannot be called a battle. It is the wrath of nature itself. God, this has been... Like, if Ilya and Berserker were such a relief just to have on the lines, Gilgamesh... We're good. The distant thunder is without end, and the storm continues opening the path to the underworld. The swarm that landed in Shinto is mopped up by a one-man army. It's a shame the servant never planned to destroy those creatures from the start. Yeah, of course. He attacks the swarm, but he shows not one bit of interest in the small fry scuttling towards the tower. This one-man army's objective is not to defend the tower, but rather to exterminate the irritating and noisy pests. Yeah, he's just disgusted by them. He pays no attention to the lucky ones, creatures that beat the 1 in thousands odds to escape the raging storm and head downtown. And as you might expect, these lucky enemies are still innumerable. Got it. If even one of them manages to reach the tower, the corpses will be permitted to exist. That is their greatest weapon. Shit. Thus ends the interlude. The innumerable army whose overwhelming force should have guaranteed an unquestionable victory finally breaks down to single units. Whoa. Nevertheless, they are finally at their destination, the stairs leading to the moon. One last move. All they have to do is to reach out and crawl up the wall. With that, everything will be brought to completion. Unless... Hurry, 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 hurry. Rushing along the midnight streets, they struggle to keep the tower in their view. Looking at its peak, happiness starts spreading across their resentment-filled hearts. That is the joy of definite victory. The relief of surviving to the end. Doesn't matter how long or how far the traitor advances. The traitor. I like that. Once they are here, the creatures will climb the steps and welcome the new corpse. I hate it. I hate it. However, the thousands of creatures that have penetrated all defenses in their path tilt their heads in confusion. Ah, there she is. They have already arrived. By now, their malice should have already bathed the tower in crimson red. Yet it remains solid black as it has always been. The only red is crawling on the ground, scattered around the tower. The stampeding corpses stop. A silent whirlwind envelops the tower. There is no entry but the front door. Wait for it. Oh, it's so cool, man. I love how this game does the CGs. Like the flashes as it continues the transition. The swarm stands completely still in front of its majesty. O numerous corpses, look yonder and prepare thyselves. Perfect, thou bears witness to the beauty of a dazzling sword. The embodiment of an untainted ideal, wrapped in an armor of azure and silver. Here. The pose! God damn, just light up my whole future, Saber. The true guardian stands, the absolute final defense. Enveloping this tower is an invisible shield. In an invisible shield is the wind of mystery, the sheath of her holy sword. The soldiers that made it start squeaking in excitement. There's only one way they have left. No, actually from the very beginning there's been no other way for these creatures. The corpses on our swarm. They move on to the obstacle ahead of them. Instinct tells them there's nothing but defeat waiting for them, but aggression is what defines them.
貴様らが何者であるか、是非は問わぬ。
Fiends. The knight does not move. There is not a trace of impurity in her shining sword. It is not the heavens our gaze is directed to, but to the corpses in front of her.
立ち去れとは言わん。ここは我が主の望みにして、我が
Let's
信念
go.
を
Of
叶える
course she would be here, right at the final gate to him. To be the last barrier, to ensure no one gets past. Of course. Let's fucking
その
go.
遠さがこの希望を望まぬというのであれば。
Her flowing voice is fierce yet calm. No one can possibly know just how much emotion was put into those words. It hits, man, especially after that last scene we got with Saber before all this, that she knew. Just like how he did not bid farewell to her. She keeps it concealed in her heart. Hmm.
ここは未来を重んじる者のみが至るはしごだ。私にも貴様らにも踏み入る余地はない。それを傲慢と呪うのならば。
No room for hesitation. He is not the only one lowering the curtain. Everyone who gathered and fought on this night, for the sake of the future they wish for, they discard this illusion. Everyone, dude, like, just, oh my god, like everyone's closure. Because through the game we've explored everyone's, I don't want to kill the tension, but man, for them all to like, with great sorrow accept this, but still determinedly just kick the shit out of these fuckers, like, let's go.
いざ視力を尽くして来るがいい。この剣にかけて貴様らの挑戦に応えよう。
She said she's gonna help Shiro cut down this illusion. Let's do it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy fuck. I did not expect that. For like them to depict it like that in a visual novel. Fuck, man. The golden light drives back the encroaching black pollution. Those who walk the sky may never know of the stars glittering on earth. With this, the interlude comes to an end. Albeit quivering dark red still looms over the town, bright sun rays will surely dispel the darkness in the end. Oh. There are no more stargazers left among those fighting on the ground. Their wills, meetings, and partings will all end on this night. No more, huh? And now, one whose heart has long since fulfilled its role watches over the sluggish end of the reproduction that took place in this boundary field. There is nothing left to say. A shining upside-down comet shoots towards the outside. He sees off the spider's thread, unreliable and frail, yet which managed to reach all the way to the very end. Just watching. dawn approaches. Like that, the path continues even now. Lancer played his part. Everyone's played their parts. Only one thing left. God, that was so fucking cool. Man, we really got closure for everyone. Holy fuck. I do not fear for my crumbling limbs. The only thing that frightens me is losing sight of those pieces I yearn for. I don't want to lose all the light and return to the monster that I was. Interesting. Now then, time to go grant a single wish in exchange for her dream. Thus I return to this place. An empty place. The outside of the world which does not allow any being to exist or think as I'm doing right now. In my infinitely vast yet consequently small nostalgic home, neither time nor space can exist. We in the Grail, baby. However, now, there seems to be something like coordinates here. Since I exist here like this, it's natural for there to be spatial positions. Those coordinates connect 2 points of light. The horizon exists, relying on the entrance and exit of the void. I take a step forward. Yo, the scene in front of my eyes makes my heart ache. The thing I must destroy. A one-time only miraculous mistake. The Holy Grail, with only one blank space left within it. The last spectator is standing in front of the crystallization of the ordinary days born in this void. Is that what that's been this whole time? The contractor of the Holy Grail. The only human who continues to sleep in this place. As an enemy sharing the same wish yet hoping for a different result, she is protecting this Holy Grail. I see.
よう、こっちの姿だと初めましてかな。元気そうで何よりだ。
I raise my hand without getting any closer. This is as close as we're going to get to each other. One last talk. That's due to the emotional distance which already separates us.
止まりなさい、アベンジャー。それ以上進めばあなたを殺します。
I guess we're doing this then. God damn it. And there's also the physical problem of being killed if I go any closer.
そりゃ困る。俺がこの体でここに来たらもう戻れない。このまま二人でずっとにらめっこをするか、また殺されて下に戻るかしかないんだな。
ならここで殺すまでです。私の聖杯戦争においてあなたはもう取り込んだ。
In my Holy Grail war.
私は私で好きにやります。あなたはその体で望みを叶え続ければいい。
Time to let go, Bassett. Everyone else has. Ah, so that was your aim. Since I'm not getting involved with the winner of the 5th Holy Grail War, don't get involved in my battle either. That's what she is proposing.
どちらにしても殺すわけか。そりゃ今までポンポン死んでたけどさ、いい加減蘇生回数も品切れだろって怖くならない？
なりません。この聖杯に空白がある限り あなたは何度でもよみがえる。まだ見ぬ展開、まだ見ぬ未知こそがあなたの原動力だ。このまま地上に戻って二度とここへ訪れなければ永遠に続けられる。そう、永遠に続けられるのにどうして。
She wants to know why. I haven't mentioned the song yet, but at the start of this, I was silent for a little bit because, yes. Her reddish brown eyes show her irritation. Leave this place. If you don't leave here, I will just remove you by force. Her unwavering hostility conveys that as it assails me.
参ったな。やり合わなきゃ引いてくれないか。
あなたこそ一度殺されなければわかりませんか。
げえ、汚ねえな。俺あんたとは戦えないのに。こんなことならやっぱり霊樹にしてもらうんだった。
その口ぶりではまだ諦めていないようですね。
Nope.
アベンジャー、私にはあなたの考えがわからない。たとえ同じことの繰り返しでもここなら私たちは生きていられる。私たちが願った通りの現実がある。
So why, she wonders.
なのにどうして自分で自分を殺すような真似をするのです。
そりゃあんただけだ。俺はそもそも無だからな。生きるも死ぬも関係ない。
同じことです。
It's not about him.
この願いが終われば消えてなくなってしまう。私は嫌だ。死にたくなんてない。外の世界なんてどうでもいい。あなただって元の無になんか戻りたくないでしょ。
It's a hard thing to answer. The Holy Grail rumbles. Her feelings are a form of impact in themselves. Half of this place is hers. Even though I'm the driving force that keeps the Holy Grail spinning, she has the advantage when it comes to power. I lose the ability to destroy the Holy Grail with brute force a long time ago. I lost, excuse me. There's only one way to stop this wish. She who refuses to let it stop, and my heart which in truth wants to agree with her. And that's the thing, yeah. I have to lower the curtains completely on both of those.
そりゃ俺だってもう少しぐらいは続けたい。けどさ、間違ったことは正さないと気が済まないんだ。この願いは間違ってるだろ。だから止めないと。俺は正義の味方だからな。自分のことよりどうでもいい誰かの方が大切なのさ。
Dumbstruck, she stares at me. Believe me, the feeling's absolutely mutual.
信じられない。あなた正気？
どうも正気で本気みたいだな。ほんと、とんだ化け物だよこいつ。
That's YORO. I shrug. But I can't help it. That's the kind of human I became. And that's the kind of human I've repeatedly gone through these ordinary days as. Yeah, it's a bit fucked up, but what are you gonna do? I couldn't agree with that way of thinking right until the end, but after steadfastly following through with it until today, I can at least accept it just this once. Well, that's how it is. I really don't like it, but I'm okay with one guy like that being around.
とまあそういうわけなんで、聖杯は壊させてくれないか。
Worth a shot, I guess.
身勝手な願いはここで終わりにしよう。
違う。それはあなたの考えじゃない。本当のあなたの願いじゃない。
Oh, she's going there.
そんな見栄を張らないでよ。ここで止めたら本当のあなたは。
That's right. You can't be saved. Holy fuck.
本当の俺なんてもともといないんだがね。 まあいい。じゃあこっちから聞くけど、あんたはなんでこの願いに固執するんだ？あんたが言うようにこっちにいれば救われるのか？
She doesn't reply. Naturally, if she was the kind of woman that could reply instantly here, she wouldn't be looking for salvation in the first place.
春はここにいる限り私はこうして居続けられる。
死なないだけだ。それは救いじゃない。
でもここは楽だから。あんな苦しいだけの外に比べたら少しは
変わらないだろう。これでも長い付き合いだったんだ。あんたがどれだけ不器用かはよく知ってる。このまま続けばあんたは永遠に苦しみ続ける。
True. She distrusts herself. She feels guilty towards everyone around her. She can boast of specializing in a certain area more than anyone else, yet in the end, believes that she can't accomplish anything. The harder she trains, the harder she tries, the more she is forsaken by those around her. Yeah, I mean, like I said in the beginning, like I didn't mean to sound like it would be easy for Mazet to accept it like the others have. After all, she is at the heart of this. The reality is that she is dead. To destroy the wish is to destroy her. This is really fucking hard. The sense of defeat is the scar on this woman's heart, never leaving her since the day she was born. And along with that, holy fuck.
でも努力するしか道はない。孤立する無様さより努力をしない無様さの方があんたには耐えられない。そうしてあんたはずっと強者なのに一番底にいるという屈辱に苛まれる。その克服はここでもできなかった。そうだろう。どんなに勝ち残り何人のマスターを倒したところであんたは一度も自分を誇りに思えなかった。
それはあなただって。
You can only hate. You can only devour all the things you love.
言っとくけどさ、どこであろうと無理なんだ。その惨めさは一生拭い去れない。それは人間が死ぬまで抱えていくものだ。あんたのついてないところはその惨めさを預けられるやつに出会っちまったってことだ。
Yeah, that was... She really does have shitty luck with men. No fucking kidding. Of all the men. Yikes. That priest was just a mirror that reflects and magnifies the burdens people trust him with. He wasn't to blame. Her weakness in trying to obtain comfort by leaving the burden to him just ended up being the cause of her defeat in the end.
その荷物は誰も持ってやることはできない。自分で抱えるしかない。人間に支え合うことができるのは荷物じゃなく、荷物の重さで倒れそうな体だけだ。
And unluckier still, this woman was an intensive training freak, so much that she could somehow support herself alone. That's why she's never had the experience of collapsing. She mistakenly believes that this burden, this anguish, is something that someone else will support for her.
苦悩は誰にも理解されない。それは内だろうと外だろうと同じことだ。いいか、ここには救いなんてない。目を覚ませよ、マスター。あんたは死なない代わりにここで永遠に苦しみ続ける気か？
じゃあ何？あなたの言い分だと私は一生負け犬みたいに生きてくってこと？
みたいじゃなくてそのものだろう。あんたは騙し討ちされて負け犬のままここに引きこもったんだ。その念がある限りずっと悩み続けるさ。
もういい。裏切り者。 裏切り者、裏切り者。ここがあなたの願いでしょ。なら私には苦しいだけでも構わない。どうせ同じことだもの。外の世界だって私にとって。
The same. The woman says that continuing to live is hard.
それは違う。厳しいなんてそんなこと。お前は生まれた時から分かっていたんじゃないのか。
That way of being is what made me side with her. This woman is weak. I have no complaints about her abilities, but her existence itself is too fragile. Possessing doubts about one's existence is a fatal flaw. A mind that is on the verge of dying at any moment. A pessimism that might lead her to cutting her wrists if she weren't always bracing herself. However,
それでもここまでやってきたじゃないか。
yeah?
あんたは不器用で無様だったけど、ずっと少しでもマシな自分になろうと頑張ってきた。
Pushing hard in spite of being weak, you struggled to improve yourself in any way you could. You continued breathing despite the pain up until now. If you don't acknowledge your pride in that, then who else will?
やめてよ。あなたの功績はもう十分。自分のことを棚に上げて偉そうなこと言わないで。私のことなんて何も見えてないくせに、もうその目には何も映っていないくせに。
The woman shakes her head. She refuses to discard her wish, like a child throwing a tantrum, believing that everything will really end if she loses the argument here.
目だけじゃない。自分のことさえ見えていない。私だって死にたくない。けど、あなたの未練は私の非じゃないはずよ。あなたはずっと遊んでいたかった。隙間なんて埋めたくなかった。自分が無に戻ると分かっていたから。なのに日常を回し続けたのはあなたにとって。
She really is dense. Like I keep saying, I'm bored of that stuff.
見えていないか。そういうあんたこそ俺がちゃんと見えているか。
影にしか見えない。もうあなたは何者でもなくなっている。
This is basically our final boss fight here. This whole conversation, which I did not expect, but it's very good.
そうだ、それが正しい。間違えるなよマスター。この体、このキャラクターはエミやシローの殻をかぶったから生まれたもの。本来の俺は無だ。愛着も未練も持たない。もともと俺は何も思わないし、何もしないものなんだぜ。
That's why it's of no concern to me if I return to the void.
嘘。騙されない。私は見捨てない。
I
願
won't
いを叶え
abandon
続
you.
けなさい、アベンジャー。飽きてしまってもいい。何一つ新しい出来事が起きなくなってもいい。一人で戦い続けるというなら付き合う。まだ隙間はあるんでしょ。あらいい。小さいけれどまだ見えるものがあるのなら。
Sorry. Keep this world turning. Keep going through those golden days. Keep experiencing that which I never could obtain, yet should have originally been given to me.
しつこいな。悪いけど、その願いは叶えられねえわ。無意味な時間はここまでにしようぜ。
I take a step forward. Oh. Oh boy. What a joke. In the end, Bazet didn't even try to stop me. In short, she is so angry because
やめてよ。ここから出れば元の死体に戻るのに、ここにいればいくらでも楽しい時間を繰り返せるのに。
Yes, return. Dude, I love the cuts to like all the scenes we've seen. It's this obstructive thought that's continuing the wish. If I so much as said the word, then it could have broken long ago.
楽しくはなかった。
Yes, a lot.
私は楽しかった。苦しかったけど。
Oh my god, more. And the rest is simple. I'm already tired of this, so I just need to put my obvious conclusion into words.
結局は生きてこその喜びだった。あんな虚無に戻りたいはずがない。ここは私の望みでも何でもない。アンリマユ、この世界はあなたの夢だった。
Your dream.
聖杯戦争を続けようとしたのが私の願いなら、あの平穏な日常こそが。
That was his. Oh my god. Don't go, wait. A dream that has passed. It can't continue anymore. No matter how fun it is if I filled all the gaps. And we did.
そうだな。
No.
けどもう大抵は飽きちまったから。
For the sake of something new, you'll always be here.
終わりでも見てみないと。
Might as well at least see how it ends. I agree. Too much ugly lies. Oh my god. Just getting another banger song. Oh my god. It broke. Oh my god. That's it then. The tension disappeared. What a shame. I can't see what expression she's making now.
あなたは本当に。
諦めろマスター。これで跡形もなく消え去る。俺やあんたがどんなに望んだところでこの世界はおしまいだ。
It's over. A voice which asks why. Jeez, I explained it all just now, so what's she asking me for?
そりゃ崩れるさ。完成したんだからあとは壊れるしかないだろ。全部なくなれば俺もあんたも消えるだけだ。
どうして？なくなるってことはゼロでしょ？虚無があるのならあなたは何度でも蘇ると。
それは1があってこそだ。完全な無からは何も生まれない。1は0という空きを利用して流動する。けど0はね、1がなければ何にもなれないんだよ。
And there is no concept of one inside me. Everything flows through the void. The void never partakes in those new events.
そう。これで終わりなのね。あれだけの出来事を経験して結局何も学べなかったなんて。
A gentle voice. She is a little afraid, but as far as people resolved to die go, she's doing a great job of acting prepared.
それは今後の課題ということで。ま、元から幻みたいなものだったからな。形に残る戦利品なんて。
Ah, I see, so I can leave that behind at least. Despite everything, I'm still her servant that existed and lived for half a year. I'll make wiggle room for that at least.
アベンジャー？
いや、こっちの話。それより聖杯はどうなってる？
長くは持たないでしょう。ところどころに亀裂が走っています。
I see. In that case, this body should be satisfied as well.
化け物も正気じゃねえな、ほんと。
Just once, I saw the dream of a stupid man. Unfortunately, his way of life makes me want to hurl, but I'm grateful that I had the chance to become that warped human being. A way of living completely opposite to mine. The form of an ideal that everyone dreams of and eventually discards once they decide its hypocrisy is evil. That foolish naivety, I probably yearned for it at least once.
よし、さあお互いの場所に帰ろうぜマスター。このために作り上げたんだ。最後は綺麗さっぱりなくならないと。
Come on, only one way. Let's do it. Let's go
アベン
out.
ジャー、お互いの場所といっても私にはどうしていいか。このままあなたと共に消えるのかと。
It's a good question.
そこまで付き合うことはない。ほら、あんたはそっち、俺はあっちだ。ここで根性の別れだな。
Alright. I point towards the horizon. The entrance is the world after this. In other words, the fifth day. The exit is the world before this. In other words, the void. Got it.
Huh?
Wait, so... Why? Bassett asks in surprise. It shouldn't need to be said, though.
いや、あんた生きてるから。
Yo.
死んでない人間はあっち側には行けないでしょ。
Oh my god. Wait, what? Her breath seems to catch in her throat. Well, when you're told that all of a sudden, I guess it's hard to believe.
待ってくだ
She
さい。
gets to live?
私は確かに
Bro, she gets to live? Oh my god.
死んでないよ。死にたくないってのがあんたの願いだっただろ。俺はそれを叶えただけだ。
Oh my god, Angra.
あの時のあんたは仮死状態だった。俺は半年間ずっとあんたをその状態で維持していたんだ。
The problem was after that. The woman from the church found Bazet in the secret chamber and just had to go and oh so generously treat her, which complicated things. Oh. If she hadn't showed up, things could have... Nah, they couldn't have continued much longer. It seems Bazet's body was at its absolute limits. If that woman hadn't discovered her, this 4-day cycle probably would have suddenly come to an end one day. Even if I had continued acting as a life support machine, Bazet's body might not have been able to last in that state longer than half a year. But now...
知ってるか？死者を蘇らせられるのは聖者だけって話。そもそもあんたが死んでたら死者である俺を呼ぶなんてできない
What
んだ
the
よ。
fuck? That's right. The wishes of the dead cannot be granted. It is always the breath of life that causes things to happen. Even if the deceased were to be granted life once again, without a doubt, the dead cannot bring back the dead. Wasn't that the first thing I was told? The only ones that can ever call forth a miracle are the living. I hear something. For a place that should have hurried off to take its curtain call and dissolve away, it's doing pretty well to hang in there for us.
急げ。いつまでも道はないぞ。外も時期夜明けだ。あそこを抜ければ念願の5日目だ
Fucking
ぜ。
go, Bassett.
でもあなたは
So in the end, it's just Angra, huh?
いいから早く行けっての。言ったよな。自分の願いを叶えろって。なら立ち止まるな。あんたに残られると
Oh my god.
俺の願いが叶わなくなる。
If you stay here, my wish won't be granted. That's all I wished for. What a boring sentiment.
無理です。いきなり生きているなどと言われても
どうすればいいのか。だいたい外も内も変わらないと言ったのはあなただ。このまま現実に戻っても私は。
今まで通りにやっていくんだろ。いろいろ口出しはしたが、その生き方自体に文句はない。あんたはおっかなびっくり生きていけばいい。
This is I didn't expect that. Because he's not really answering.
のバカ神父も言ってたじゃないか。行き詰まったら海を渡れってさ。
I mean, I guess he did. She made living can't bring back the dead. Like she was alive when this sparked, when this happened. So,
それは正しい。バーゼット、世界は続いている。瀕死寸前であろうが、断末魔にのたうち回ろうが、今もこうして生きている。それを未来がないとお前は笑うのか。
If the host is still struggling to live, it's absurd for the parasite to give up. If there's still life remaining, there should still be plenty of things that can be accomplished. I don't care whether those things are good or bad. I can't pass judgment on living beings running through the present anyway. All life runs without receiving any reward in order to have their value acknowledged by those that follow after them.
あなたにそれを言われたら言い返すことができない。
恨み事と思ってくれ。悪魔の身ゆえ還元で人をたぶらかすんだ。
I grin broadly. I hope the shadow made in my shape can actually express that smile.
知らなかった。あなた悪魔だったんですね。
Just a little energy returned to her
何
voice.
言ってやがる。アンリマユってのは偉い悪魔の名前だろうが。
それはそうですが、あなたはとてもそんな大物には見えませんでしたから。
I hear a strained laugh. Geez, for a wimp, her retorts at least are first rate. My lovely master seems to have begun gazing at the distant entrance that lies at the root of this place. There you go.
ですが、今は信じます。外に戻れというのは還元以外の何者でもない。要するに、あなたは私に苦しみ続けろというのですね。
当たり。秘密にしてたが、あんたのもがきようが大好きだったんだ。
それは随分と隠し事の下手なサーバントだ。
That was the best farewell I could wish for. Looks like I enjoyed this relationship of ours. I'm sure that's the reason why I accompanied her without violating or killing her. That's why I wanted a farewell like this at the very end. We'll part in the same manner as our relationship has always been. If there is one thing we haven't done, it's only the fact that we never fought while covering each other's backs right until the end.
どう？おしゃべりはここまでだ。あんたが行かないなら別にいいけど、俺は先に行かせてもらうぜ。
安心なさい。とりあえず私も立ち止まることはしません。
Good.
ただ、その前に聞かせてほしい。真剣に聞くのですから、あなたも全力で答えなさい。
She sounds nervous. Wondering what she could possibly be holding back at this late hour, I tilt my head in curiosity.
なんで何の取り柄もない私をどうして選んでくれたのです？私はあなたの言う通り弱くてつまらない人間なのに。
An awkward question indeed.
わかんねえかな。だからそこがいいの。俺が好きなのはあんたのそういう弱さだ。自分が嫌いで一生好きになれなくて、それが分かっていながら少しでも上等な自分になりたくてあがいてきた。
The pinnacle of humanity.
俺はそういう無様なやつがいい。結果はどうあれ自分のために進むやつが好きなんだよ。
There you go. That's why.
人のためでなく。
ああ、そういうのは余裕のあるやつに任せておけばいい。
Like Shiro.
あんたはもう少し自分だけで手一杯だってことを自覚するべきだ。バカなんだから。
I hear a noise get caught in her throat. I can't tell if she's holding back a yell or a laugh.
なるほど。つまりあなたは私がどうでもいい人間だから助けたのですね。
Yeah. It's precisely because you're such an ordinary human, precisely because you were so weak. Again, the pinnacle what a human is. That you were an irreplaceable light to me.
わかりました。それではあなたの気まぐれに甘えるとしましょう。
Makes sense.
それでいい。じゃあまあ一緒に別れるか。
So dramatic.
ええ。では背中合わせでいきましょう。なんというか今あなたの顔を見たらひっぱたいてしまいそうなので。
She speaks with a bright voice. At the very end, I accomplished what I couldn't before.
大丈夫かな。俺ちゃんと背中ある？
あります。ほらかかとを回して。
Ah, there it is. We're back to back now. Yeah, this whole scene, I haven't been commenting as much just because, I don't know, I felt like letting the scene play out, or at least I don't feel like I've been interjecting as much. But I guess just to comment a little, like this whole like conversation essentially being like the final battle of this VN is really cool and surprising. It's like something that reminds me of the Monogatari series. And just get to the crux of like Bazet's fear, her self-loathing, like how she's felt about that her whole life, how she suffers here. And then now to see this possibility for her. After like, I guess finally accepting that, like when Angra shattered it. Like that's like the ultimate you passed the test kind of thing, you know? That's very relatable, very real. And these two's relationship has been interesting to watch. Now it's goodbye. We're back to back now. I don't feel any sensation of contact, but I'm sure she's behind me. I can no longer feel warmth or anything else for that matter, but my joy-filled heart is still alive and working. Joy-filled.
確かに。じゃあ行くぞ。
せっかちですね。ここまでしたのですから同時にスタートしましょう。3秒数えたら走り出すということで。
Let's do it. Like sprinters, with the prepped signal gun in each of our hearts. Angra needs the high jump into his exit. 3. I take a deep breath.
あ、抜け駆けして2秒目で走り出すというのはなしですよ。決闘ではないんですから。
2. I enjoy that typical anxiousness of hers.
甘いな。俺だったら1秒目で逃げ出してる。相手が3秒待ってる頃にはトンズラだ。
1. A retort just like usual.
そうですね。私も3秒待った後でその背中を狙い撃ちます。
A loud laugh. 0. Yeah, I think I know what the thumbnail is gonna be. That was really fucking good. Again, sorry I didn't talk as much, but I just felt I wanted to watch it a bit more. My vision is filled with nothing but the void. There is no trace of the happiness I felt from behind me. I hear a crumbling sound. That sound will also probably return to the void soon. I run, not hurriedly, just at an average pace right until the end. I would have felt the wind on my face a few hours ago, but now I no longer receive such external information. Sooner or later, these thoughts will chip away as well. The tremors that can just barely be heard are merely the sound of everything crumbling down now. In that case, the sound must be something happening inside me. I run. If I remember right, the exit was over there. I should have properly checked when I could still see. Within the sound of the fluttering fragments, I hear the commotion I once went through. My legs are on the verge of stopping, but I keep them moving. I hear the sound of lives blooming everywhere, and see the sunny spot where I once was. My legs are on the verge of stopping, but I keep them moving. I head towards the exit. With unseeing eyes, I run through the midst of the fragments of those ordinary days that I yearned for more than my own annihilation. That was crazy too, pointing out that was his part of the wish. Like Bastet to continue her Holy Grail war. For Angara, in his possession of Shiro, to experience these ordinary days, that being his, there you go. I just wanted to see something new. And we did. Just like how my previous self wished for her revival, I wanted to know even one more of those many ordinary days. Even if that meant returning to being me. While knowing that death was 10 seconds away, I sought the light 1 second after. I run. There's no distance in this void. If I don't walk towards it and struggle on to reach it, then I won't reach it for eternity. I lost sight of the light of the exit when my sight returned to the void. There is nowhere for me to go now that I have returned to the void whence I came. Everything. But even so, against these closed eyelids, it feels dazzling. Even while collapsing, the world continues to revolve. I feel grateful and glad for the time spent. I bid farewell to the people who were with me. Thank goodness. It seems there's an exit even for someone like me. There's a difference between ending and not continuing. My previous self once said, if I borrow the hope in those words, it seems that by ending, I can finally see the continuation. I won't come to a halt and remain stopped forever here. Even if I disappear, I will aim for what lies next. For that reason, I filled up the void that composed me and completed a single picture. For that reason, I will return to the void that is me and complete the picture of the world. Let's complete it, buddy. Though I can no longer see that picture, I hope that this picture will be beautiful to everyone. Dude, that is those two lines right there is just... my God. I run, I run, I run. The stars shine. The destination is certain. This torn apart body is only moving forward through willpower. It's alright. There's nothing that can't be reached. Even if the things I dreamed of stop and lose their light, they feel dazzling to my eyes. Lastly, I say goodbye to my current self. Now then, let's go see continuation of the end. I know that it's just my imagination and that it isn't such a good place, but for now, I walk towards that dazzling light. And what do we see? Is she here? The bright light of the sun strikes my eyelids. As I start to regain consciousness, I can hear trees rustling in the cold wind that brushes against my skin. Rise and shine. Props to Angra, man. Holy fuck. Blood slowly begins to circulate again, spreading warmth through my entire body. I've just awoken from a long sleep. I lift myself off the sofa. Both my body and mind left unused for a long time. I hear a creak every time I move. To be honest, it hurts. Moving my arm and even just thinking is painful. Yet this sensation is also accompanied by pleasure. This pain that I have forgotten. I've come to accept it a little more than before. It's, man, because that's like the most amazing part. How, like, through all that, like, right before she learns she gets to live again, like, Angra gets through to her about accepting, like, that suffering, like, to bear that. To give herself some props, you know, for getting this far, for trying as hard as she does. Just to live a little bit more accepting of that. It's really awesome that he did that for her. And now she can do it for herself. Seems it can still operate, such as it is. My left arm doesn't move, but it was not there in the first place. Seized by a sudden urge, I cradled the lost arm against me. It's a shame I lost it, but there's nothing I can do. I shall think of a way to keep on living as before in this state, without averting my eyes. You're goddamn right. She gets it. I begin to feel dizzy under the intense sunlight beating down on me. For an instant, the warmth makes me lower my guard.
よう、目が覚めたか、マスタ
What the fuck? I'm sorry? A voice comes from behind. A voice I'd never heard before, yet I feel deep affection for it.
アンリ
I turn around, and the words trail off. There's no one there. There was nothing there to begin with. Don't do that! Oh, fuck you. Let's continue. The owner of that voice, one that always talked back to me so casually, does not exist. Oh, that kind of hit me. Up from the sofa and towards the corner of the room. There, right in the spot where that someone used to be. Like a farewell gift, something has been left behind. It is beautiful. A simple, nondescript white flower. Countless times he attempted to finish it and failed. A piece missing in the center, a puzzle that can never be perfectly complete. And, by filling the void that was himself, he has finally finished it.
バカな男だ。こんなものどこにでも。
It's symbolic. All sorts of scenes. The most insignificant to worthless patterns. And yet that's what he viewed as something irreplaceable. Something that will not be praised. Something that nobody will stop to notice. That's the simplistic beauty that he left here. She's gonna carry that forever. Love it. A single drop runs down my cheek. The core of my brain starts to burn. I realize that people can cry with joy, something I never learned as a child. Both regret and gratitude squeeze my chest. I feel heat at the corners of my eyes as I think of my regret for a better way that might have existed. In the days that I've spent in the company of that servant.
さあ、聖杯戦争を続けようぜ、バゼット。今度こそ、あんたの望みが。
It's just my imagination. This is the kind of relationship we wished for, right until the very end. And I, knowing that, was able to carry on, somehow. Did I do my part well? Not as a tragic separation, but as partners that do not trust each other going their own separate ways, just as he hoped for. If I did, then I can say farewell with my head held high. That vain show-off of a man with his worthless, meager pride. If we were able to keep it until the end, I'm sure we were the best partners there could be.
それじゃあこれで。さよなら、アベンジャー。
The sun is high. It's probably around noon. I check my belongings and... Oh. I notice that one left-hand leather glove is missing. Sticky fingers, or maybe just timidity? If you're going to take one, just go ahead and take a set. I've got a ton of things to do. I went missing for 6 months. If the Holy Grail War is over, then I've most likely been written off as dead.
もう何にせよ、まずは自首を
Yep.
手配しないと。
Yep, there you go. The association would have long since erased my position by now, and I have plenty to worry about just figuring out what to do from here on.
今何か。
I hear a sound, something that definitely wasn't the chirping of birds outside. Honestly, I've really let myself go in these few months. Curiosity winning over my sense of danger, I quietly walk up to the window. Oh, what is this? What I heard was a set of footsteps. I see a boy and a girl that I remember from somewhere, climbing the hill and coming out through the trees. Shiro and who?
ここが噂の幽霊屋敷か。けど、見た感じそんな雰囲気でもないぞ。
It must be Rin.
別に調べる必要ないんじゃないか？
ここまで来て何言ってるのよ。落ち着いたら見学に行くって言ったのはそっちでしょ？それとも何？今さらおじけづいた？
そんなことあるか。別に幽霊の一人や二人、今さら怖くもない。
いい返事ね。なら行きましょう。実を言うとね、私もここには興味があったんだ。
It's like they have no idea. Is Bazet the only one? The boy and the girl walk up to the entrance, chatting all the way. For some strange reason, I don't feel the will to fight at all now. If anything, a childish urge to set up a prank comes first. Oh boy. Such influence. Should I, as the rumored ghost, play the part for a bit? I'm sure they'll be delighted. As I'm contemplating, I hear the key turn in the door lock.
考える時間はないか。さて、初めの挨拶はどんなものがふさわしいかな。
My face broadening into a grin, I stand at the window, waiting for the visitors. Let's continue, he said. Right now, that much is enough. Let's continue indeed. I may not have an answer for the time being, but there's nothing wrong with running on in shameful worry. I'm sure it will be as painful as it always was, but there will be a little bit of joy, too.
まずは
That's life.
海を渡ったこの町で。あなたが繰り返した日常を見てきます。
I fucking love that, dude. Oh, that's amazing. My thoughts drift towards the future. The merry sound of footsteps is getting closer. saying goodbye to the non-existent 4 days that only I knew. I greet the start of the 5th day in my new life. Days come, days go. We still chase the star, weaving the past memory into beautiful tapestry. The endless 4 days have ended once and for all. From now on, the story is for you to create. Thanks, and let us part this, hollow ataraxia. That was really fun. Please don't take down my YouTube video. Oh, is there more? Thanks, and let us part this, hollow ataraxia. God, that is such a surprisingly hopeful ending. Oh. I like this. I like that this is my screen now. What happens if we start again? I assume... Does it just start us over? I see. Okay. So you can trigger all these flags again. But I guess you can... I guess maybe get scenes you missed. They give you an opportunity to go back. Interesting. Man, I love this. Because I'm going to assume I don't have 100%. But does 100% take in... I mean, I assume it would take into account Ilias Castle, Hanafuda, but maybe it doesn't. I don't know if it counts just like scenes within the main story or also like the extra stuff and the Emmas and stuff. I mean, if I go to entrance, it's on 98%, so yeah. 2% missing there, and I'm not sure if that's like... Might have to let that go. Holy crap, again, I didn't expect this like ending to be so hopeful for Bazet, like to live, not only to live, but to carry like what was instilled in her, like from what Angara said to her in her experiences, like the meaning in suffering and, you know, accepting her own burdens and pushing forward despite that, you know, with a little bit of joy. You know, even like her inclination to like do a prank on Shiro and Rin coming up. That's so great, man. Just because, you know, we've heard about it the whole game of like how she had it growing up and you know, the things she dealt with and what happened with Kide, and it's just been suffering after suffering with Bazet, right? And now, like, even despite her wish to live, right, just to live, to get her Holy Grail war, and then still suffering inside of that, and in the ending, like the premise of the ending being to like crush that essentially for the sake of like everything. And then to like, because I thought it was just gonna be as depressing as that, like what a cruel ending for Bazet, but that's really what I thought was gonna happen. But of course, Nasu turns it around. She gets to take that and to live her life, dude. That is amazing. 'Cause I love shit like that, man. How by the end, yeah, like we talked about, wanting to pull the prank and being able to like move forward with a little bit of joy, and just like that is to enjoy, to chase like the normal everyday life that Angara wished for, right? Like learning that was his part, because he was really the one who, like, he had to let that go. And on the surface, you know, he said all these things, but you know, knowing how he really felt about it, you know, felt about Karen, felt about Bazet, and then in the end to let that go and to just do that, you know, for Bazet, for them, that is, man, not the characterization I expected for Angara Mainyu. But even like how they break down like what all the evil in the world means, I mean, just essentially just humanity and all that entails. Like that is him, but that's like the other aspects of that as well. Like what he also personally yearned for through that. Goddamn. Yeah, Angara, man, I need to get Angara off the friend point summon, man. I've been trying for a long time, but I really want him now. This feels like when I finish a Singularity in FGO, and I want like the servants that were featured inside it really bad. I'm getting that feeling a lot with Angara, though I know he's like the hardest servant to get in FGO. Fuck, man. That guy's a bastard, but Yeah. Definitely upped. And then to like learn all this about Bazette, finally to see this ending for her, that's still blowing my mind that she got such a happy ending, because I love that. And it's so fitting for everything it's built up to. All the despair, all the suffering, like everything. Till now, for her to get that is so like... Man, I like when you end with hope. That's always nice. But not just like in a, like, oh, it's, you know, it's all feel happy-go-lucky. Like it took all that suffering. It took all of that to find that perspective for her and that appreciation, so. Because that's like real shit, you know? Love that. But Jess, we did it. We filled all the gaps, question mark. Hold on, can we see our flags really quick? Let me see. I'm sure we're like missing flags too. Wait, no, right, because I got all the flags to advance the story. Okay, so that makes sense, because you need those to advance the story, I guess. That would make sense. I guess maybe it's just the extra stuff. I don't know. Let's go to the shrine. Let's do some more things before we sign off here. We got a few things we can buy. And is there like a few more slots here? That's like the expensive. Yeah, that's the expensive one. Oh, we can get the expensive one. Uh-oh. Oh god. Alright, let's just get these. Nice.
新キャラカレン・オルテンシアの家族中央右と問題の悪魔払い時の戦闘服左。視線誘導技術ってやつかしら。今年のベスト履いてない賞はもらったも同然ね。
No pants award.
君が言うのか。君が言うのか。裸マントよりはマシだろう。
Nothing but a cape.
カレーの人？
Curry girl.
どうかな。
Talking about my girl Ciel? Shieru? Nice. Oh, Bazette.
8人目のマスター、バゼット・フラーガ・マクレミッツ。まっこと凛々しいわね。まさしく断層の霊人。
No doubt.
だな。しかし、ある意味君より艶やかな部分もある。
Oh my god, Archer.
部分？マスターたるもの、努力と才能とハッタリに着目してほしいわね。パーツじゃなくて。
Dude, Reina's been just eating those jabs this whole visual novel. Now from Archer too. Yo, Bazette is hot. For sure. No doubt. Alright, let's get this one. Whoa!
冒頭で出てくるエーデルフェルトの格好をしたリン左と
Yeah.
サクラ右。今回は本当にドレス姿のキャラが多くて、最後にはネタがつきました。
The designer.
担当ダン。
Yo, no, that was like the, I mean, there was a lot of shocking things in this VN. Now I was just like, huh? What the fuck's going on? But that one, like, really mind fucked me. And I didn't get it till like 2 parts ago.
そう、これ。こういう豪奢で艶っぽい衣装を用意してこそ、私の心が潤されるというものね。
それは喜ばしい
Oh yeah, the design's fucking awesome. They look great.
はつかみきれていないのだろう。
女にはドレスの数だけ顔があるのよ。
まあ、君が納得しているのなら構わんが。
Alright, now we get this one. It's our boy.
第8のサーバント、アベンジャー。
Look at Archer's face.
復讐するもの。こうしてまじまじと干渉すると、これは言葉が見つからないわ。
This is troubling for both of them.
原画担当によれば、黒い白というコンセプト。
Dark
白
Shiro.
の外角を被っていることから、多少和風のアレンジが入っています。であると。
左のシルエット状態は一見シンプルだけど、随分紆余曲折あってこの形状になったそうよ。 捉えどころのない無個性と無視できない異様の両立を狙いながら、宇宙人っぽい角をつけたり怪獣っぽい背びれを生やしたり、それはもう大変な。
Alien horns and spiky spines.
だからいい？絶対に手抜きじゃないんだからね。絶対に、もう絶対よ。
Thank you, Rin. No, the design, they really like killed the design on him. Tiger, wait, this is for Tiger Dojo the movie? What? Whoa. Neko Arc, the movie. Alright, well, what do we got here? We got, of course, Neko Arc, fucking abomination. Is that Akiha? I did not notice that shot down there. Alright, that's getting covered, and we are moving on. Oh, the Fate Zero. Oh man, we're getting all like the movie posters.
冬騎士で絶賛上映中の映画ポスターよ。わざわざこんなものまで。
Dude, that was one of my favorite gags of the VN. I'm so glad they did that.
映画って本当に恐ろしいものですね。
Damn, Saber does not like.
誰？同じく冬騎士で上映中の映画ということにしといて。
Dude, I don't even understand the art on the Tiger Dojo the movie poster. It's just like two like different characters or two like real people. I'm not sure what that's based on.
悪夢のようなエイプリルフール行進。増長したスタッフは夏コミ合わせで劇場パンフレットまで制作してしまった。
パンフレットでビジュアルの一部を担当された小梅ケイト先生は、なんだかわかりませんが猫耳がかけて満足ですと。
A cat-eared girl. It's all that matters.
騙されてる。あれはあくまで猫歩くという生き物であって、猫でも耳でもロリでもないから。
It's an abomination.
一度は戦わねばならぬ相手なのか。
Saber versus Neko Arc. How much of Arcuete's power does Neko Arc possess?
こんな映画も上映していたのですか？ゼロ？
Fate Zero the movie. Can you imagine?
というか予告編っぽい？
Ooh, I get it. Oh, I get it now. That's cute that they did this before.
いずれもなかなか楽しそうだ。リーも今度一緒に観劇に参りましょう。
お、いいわね。二人きりでデートとシャレ込もうじゃない。
So they just pointed it out just now. It didn't even occur to me that they put it here as a teaser. That's fucking awesome. Like within the game. That's nutty. Oh my god. And for 100 yen. Oh my god.
おめでとう。あなたは走り切っ
I finished
た。あ
everything.
の夏の暑い午後も、凍える雨の夜も、静けさに包まれた白明のアスファルトも、すべてはあなたの不確かな記憶となった。
Yep, all of that. Yep. I got all of that now. Archer's winking. Saber looks proud.
それは思い出という名の美しい宝物です。よく頑張りました。
まあ客観的には黙々と操作してエマをコンプリートしたのだが。
Not silently, actually.
幾度でも言うわ。
Get shit on.
おめでとう。もうおみくじがなくたって大丈夫だよね。
Don't worry about the omikuchi. Yeah, I got you.
自分一人でもやっていけるよね。集めたエマを枕元に重ねて毎日数え直さなくても不安になったりしないよね。
おみくじやエマ以外の生き方もあると気づいたはずです。
いや、全く心の底からそう願うものだな。
They're just like, I hope you have your priorities straight, you fucking weeb, because you really took the time to get all these, didn't you? Yes, I did.
野暮な概要がうるさいけど、それじゃ私たちはもう行きます。
Thanks, dude. This was a great part of the game too.
あなたが再びこの境内を訪れると、やはり桜の花が待っている。
Cherry blossoms.
けれどあなたは見つけるだろう。
Oh yeah.
それはいつか見た懐かしい光景だ。あなたの胸の内に 私たちとの思い出のすぐそばにあると。
I thought she was gonna say right next to the whatever in the main menu.
いやいやいや、そうか。
Cynical ass Archer.
もうさよならは言
My
わなくちゃ
favorite
ね。
servant.
ではお元気で。また会う日まで。
I just realized, is there any other Fate media that I'm going to play that has Saber in it? Like, that's new for me? I don't know. Is this the last one? Like, the last new thing that I get with Saber in it? I've seen the Spring Song movie. This is, Because, yeah, from here on, it's Kagetsu Toya, it's Melty Blood, Tsugihime, the extra disc, I think, put that before that, or whatever. I think, no, it's Kagetsu Toya, Melty Blood, then the, whatever, I'll have to check the order again, but, yeah, we do all that, the Carnival Phantasm, and then what? No more Saber! Then we wait for the Alco VN, because I know that translation is still going, but, no, Saber! Now I am truly stuck in the hell of rewatches and replays.
バイバイ。
Goodbye.
よくわからんが、そういうことだ。さらば。
Hell yeah, dude. All right, now that feels good. I'm glad we finished those. That feels good to end on. And I get to enjoy this song just everywhere now. You love to see it. Well, there's only one thing to do, really. I mean, two things. But I'm not going to be grinding Ilia's Castle on recording. Again, I'll probably just put it in the Hanafuda video as like my reaction to the final image or whatever. And yeah, I guess I'll do another video going through Hanafuda. It'll probably be heavily edited because I'm sure I'll fucking fail a lot. But, you know, we'll see. But either way, that is it for now, it seems. Still 98%, so that did not influence it. I guess there's just some new scenes that I accidentally skipped in my when I impulsively went for exclamation mark scenes, but that's fine. It is all good. So I guess that's it for now. You know, maybe we'll do a little more reflections in the next part, and then that'll be that for Hollow Ataraxia, and then we'll go where we go next, which is looking like Kagetsu Toya. I know there was people who wanted me to check out Umineko, Igarashi, though I know those are like really long, so maybe we do that after. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching my Let's Play. I really hope you enjoyed, and I guess I'll see you next time, or wherever. Feel free to share any thoughts you had about the VN. You know, I love seeing what y'all have to say about it, and maybe we can talk about some things. And yeah, that's it. I'll stop stalling. It's just finally saying goodbye to this. You know, after all the gaps we filled, all the good times, finally like being determined to end it. Everyone being determined to end it. At the end there, even Gilgamesh, you know, Saber being the last barrier. You know, Sakura getting to use her magecraft properly, even like at the crazy cost to herself, like the darkness, the dark part of her, kind of stoking that in. But that's so cool. That's such a cool concept for her being able to like use it in like in mostly like her normal state. That's so, like, there was just so much cool shit, man. So much cool shit. And then so much more like going throughout the whole VN. We'll talk about it more in the next part. But yeah, that's it. Thank you very much once again. And I'll see you then. Peace.